Hello, nonprofit leaders. Looking forward to sharing some guidance on this important topic. Can a nonprofit sell their assets? Well, yes, absolutely. See, nonprofits are corporations and they have the ability to buy and sell assets just like any other business. There are some legal standards, though, that apply to nonprofits, and those do vary from state to state. So this is for informational purposes only, and you definitely would need to consult an attorney if you're considering a large transaction. But here are a few of the considerations that all nonprofits do need to make in those decisions. The first one is that whatever you're selling, the selling of that asset needs to support your nonprofit's purpose. Well, what does that mean? I'd say it can kind of appear in two ways. The first one would be that you're going to gift it or sell it to a like kind of organization to forward its purpose. So it's no longer something you need that you'll be using to fulfill your mission. You may then be selling or gifting it to a similar nonprofit to carry on the purpose. The second thing would be that you're using the proceeds to fund mission critical initiatives. So you can prove that, then chances are it's supporting your nonprofit's purpose. The second thing is you want to avoid private inurement, a big word. It also is commonly referred to as self-benefiting or self-dealing transactions. And what that is this is unique to nonprofits in that we are not to, as members of that nonprofit, staff, board members, et cetera, to benefit from personally benefit from the organization's tax-exempt purpose. And so it shows up in the selling of assets because if you were to try to sell an asset at a discount to a staff member or give it to a staff member when you could sell it in the public space, that would be considered private inurement or self-benefiting. And so you would want to sell any assets of the nonprofit in a way that demonstrates what's typically called an arm's length transaction, or the idea that you're doing it in a way that you would do it with somebody who wasn't related, so an unrelated party. So some practical ways to accomplish that. Determine the price, the fair market value, what that asset would be sold for in the public space before you decide to sell it. And then if you're selling it to a related party, you've done that homework and you can prove it is definitely arm's length. You just can't give it away or gift it to someone connected to the organization because they've earned it. That would actually not be considered legal for nonprofits. The last thing I want to mention here is if that asset or that property that you're looking at selling has been donated to you, the nonprofit, within the past 3 years and is valued at more than $5,000, you actually have to fill out a form and report it to the IRS and to the donor. And that's a form 8282. And it just is to let everybody know that you've actually sold that asset. There are tax implications on an individual if that happens. And so that donor has to know that. And then, of course, the IRS wants those types of transactions reported for some of the reasons I'm sure that we've already talked about today. All right. Well, do me a favor. If you found this to be helpful, would you consider jumping on and liking me or following me on LinkedIn today? I really appreciate it. And I look forward to sharing more tips like this with you in the future.